Today we're at a hidden London site that we've been to previously, but you're going to see it like you've never seen it before.
A decade in the making, today we're at Clapham South Deep Level Shelter to meet the Warden.
In this week's episode.
That's so good. I love it.
Naughty, naughty, in the words of Borat.
Woo. Hold your breath, everyone.
Outrageous.
We've lucked out with the weather again, haven't we?
It's absolutely beautiful, but I do like that we're starting above ground before we descend all those stairs into the darkness again.
Yeah, makes a change from our normal day-to-day experience.
It does.
Well, welcome to Clapham South, and we're here meeting Aaron Oliver, who's the engagement manager for Hidden London, and he's been covering the post for City Holloway while she's been on maternity leave. Very well, I might say.
We've had a great year. Yeah, it's been good.
Been really fun.
Busy.
Very busy, very busy.
And this year has been a culmination of really a decade of planning and enacting a lot of changes here at this site to transform it from the derelict site that we inherited into something that's much more of a visitor experience. If you want to come and get the basics for free, well, get a train to the station nearby, come and have a look at the outside of the building, and this panel here will give you the basics of the history. But today we're going to do a lot better and share some of the true treasures that are down below. So Aaron.
Well, this isn't the entrance we use on the tours, so we're excited to show you around, but there is a better entrance, and we're going to go and find that now.
Okay, lead on.
So this is the entrance we use for tours, and you can see it's the same structure as we saw on the common, but it's been tiled, and there's a building now above it. But the entrance to the site is just around here, and we're going to meet a special guest.
Ooh.
Secret knock.
This is how you get in for the tours as well, right? Little knock. Who's it gonna be?
Who's here?
Hey, welcome back.
Well, welcome you guys. I got here first.
Let's go.
Ah, the smell of Clapham.
I know. Have you missed it?
You know what? I'm not even joking when I say I have missed it. There's something really
Earthy.
earthy, juicy.
It's probably the creosote for the fences.
Yes, it's got some earthy tones
Yeah,
though
and
here.
just like kind of, you know, bit of dust.
Yeah,
Bit of
it's
dust.
There's only one Hidden London site that smells like it, so you know where you are.
Yeah.
Well, because you've been away, we thought it'd be great to show you around because you left just as we were starting the final bit of works to get the tour to the new experience that it is now.
Strategically.
It's almost like it was planned, but hey, why not?
He's like, counting back the months. I'm like, right, come on, let's do it. No, that wasn't quite the case. But I am excited to see because we had such a long list of ideas.
Yep.
And I don't actually know which ones have come to fruition. So show me around,
We're
guys.
excited to show you around. The bit that hasn't changed is the 179 steps going down. Although it's worth saying that we have.
They have changed.
They have changed.
They have.
The experience of walking them hasn't, but they have changed. So we've now got proper compliant nosed stairs and the newly refurbished handrails.
They do look very bright and fresh as well.
Quite almost fancy. And if we head down, there's something else which has changed as well, which really changes the look and feel of the place.
But I also noticed that you've really ramped up sort of the security and bits like that around here.
We have, yeah, and there's a lot of safety and security stuff that's changed. So the stairs are now a lot safer because the lighting is really nice and light. It's more like the original lighting, almost exactly the original lighting that it had here, these bulkhead lamps. And it does mean that it's a lot safer walking down these stairs than it ever was. But yeah, you're right, City, it's not just the practical things like that have changed. The fire detection system has been refurbished, so that's working again. Also the security. Do you remember back at the start of the pandemic, we had some Alexas break in so that they could post some shifty videos on YouTube. Naughty,
One of the
naughty,
COVID.
in the words of Borat. Please don't do that again. It cost us a lot of money to fix the place after you allegedly found it open and didn't. So we've got much better 24-hour security on the site now, and it's physically a lot more secure than it used to be.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
Yeah, a relief. So, but what do you think about the experience of the
Well, what's
place?
really lovely, Sid, is like obviously Aaron and the team have worked really hard. You'll have been part of that initial research and kind of the thought process that goes behind really elevating the experience for the audience. So I'd say, Aaron, hope you agree with me, that we've really gone for that kind of experiential kind of senses kind of stuff. So there's lots more for people to see, lots more for people to hear. There's more interaction as well.
Yeah, that's certainly what the guests are coming back with. The reviews are coming in, and people are talking exactly about that. The sense of social history, the oral history that we've got as well, kind of everything amplified. That's really kind of brought the experience to the fore.
Yeah, and I love how that all weaves together with obviously that kind of educational and learning element, but that really kind of the bit where you can just absorb yourself and kind of feel like you're in the moment as well.
That's really nice, especially with a space like this where you are so kind of disconnected underground. It's really nice to start to feel, as Siddy said about the smell of the place, it really kind of
I mean, we joke,
centres you.
don't we?
Yeah, but it does
actually it is
add to
part
that.
of the whole kind of experience as well.
Well, I would say also just even getting here with this lighting change immediately puts you in a different sort of space.
Sense of
and
space.
time.
Yeah. It's something so small. I know it wasn't a small job, Chris. Don't go mad at me.
It was a
Not diminishing it.
Something so small, but it has a big impact.
It
Yeah,
does,
for
it
sure.
does.
It's also, now that it's a warm summer's day that we're here, and it's quite a bit cooler
Yeah,
down
it
here,
is.
isn't it? It's
Thankfully.
actually-
It does feel
actually
Yeah,
nice,
quite nice.
it's much
Yeah.
better.
It's also, just as a little pointer, you see it's got Shaft 10 written on there. Do you know why it's Shaft 10 on there?
Tell us, Chris.
I do. But
Siddy,
it's not
go on.
fair.
Tell us, Siddy.
Well, because there were 10 original shelters to be built, but only 8 were ever built, and so each one of them has 2 shafts. And so that's the reason, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
So there were originally planned to be 5 in the north and 5 in the south. And they started building all of them, and they simply numbered the shafts coming
1,
away
2,
from
3,
town.
4.
So
Yeah.
this is the shaft furthest to the south in London, so it's Shaft 10. And the one that we were stood at the top of on the common is Shaft 9. So there we go. Now, we are in the place that leads us into the cross passage. Just there. So let's head in.
I'm already seeing some changes.
I am excited actually, like what bits you kind of take away and you're like, I saw that at the beginning, it's lovely that it's now kind of in kind of position and in situ.
It's kind of unique, isn't it? Because you've had that planning stage and then now you get to see it.
Yeah.
You've not seen any of the in-between, which is really, really nice.
So much less cluttered and cleaner.
It's
So
had a
lot
big
of-
clean.
Yeah, all of this stuff up here. Do you remember the ceiling used to be covered in redundant cables?
Again, it feels like a really small job. I know it wasn't, but it's the little things and all those bits, like the intricacies of detail that have made such a big kind of wow on the place, for sure.
And Martin, who we've met on previous episodes, has spent
Good old
a
Martin.
huge amount of time down here sorting it electrically and mechanically. And it's a space that looks a lot closer to the original photographs, including, do you notice there's a Warden's post there, which I think we've showed before in a previous episode.
Yeah,
but
maybe. Yes,
not-
yes, we have.
Not finished and not fitted. And getting a Warden back into this was...
Housekeeping.
Yeah, we felt like we were missing a Warden.
I figured I should introduce myself. So I look after the place. My name is Albert Scott. I'm the shelter warden here at Clapham South Deep Level Shelter. And I've just noticed that none of you have a ticket. So let me give you one of these so I can officially show you around the space. That's for you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you,
There you
Albert.
are. That's for you. And that's for you as well. So I suppose you want to have a little look around the space. And a big story to tell really is about the Blitz, but rather than me tell you what it was like, let me show you what it was like. Follow me this way.
I know, excited for you.
It's really nice to see that surprise as well. It's nice to see that.
That's so good. I love it.
So the thing with this is that most people, thankfully, never lived through the Blitz. And so to properly understand why these shelters were so revolutionary,
Siddy's got goosebumps, just saying, just saying.
you need to have some idea what the Blitz was actually like. And so we created a place where you could experience just some of it. And so we have the portal to March 1941.
Oh my gosh. This was only in your imagination by the time I left, really.
So what you need is a blackout lamp, which has a very, very feeble light, so you don't shine a light up towards the enemy bombers and give away your position. And if I give you one of those, head in. I'll see you on the other side.
See you in 1941.
Stay on the pavement and avoid the bombs. Find the warden.
My gosh, that was so cool. I can't believe how well that's all just kind of come together.
It's nice, isn't it? It's all pieced together superbly well.
And just like even better than I'd expected, to be honest.
It suddenly makes sense out of the rest of the shelter, seeing the context in which people were living at the time that they got access.
Well, and just all the interpretation, the set dressing, it's something we always wanted to do, but we never really were able to kind of bring it to that next level. So it feels...
Yeah, it feels like a long time coming, but so worth it now that it's here.
It was 9 years of all the infrastructure on the site to allow us to get to the
9
point of
years.
being able to do that. The other thing is, it gave us the time to do the work on research and finding things like these. These are genuine. And they're real ARP hand lanterns, but modified with a rechargeable pack. And
did you do the...
Yeah, I did
So, this
personally.
won't surprise you, but Chris ordered the... I don't even know what you call
the
them.
electronics.
No, the...
Oh, the stenciling.
the
Yeah.
stencils, that's what I'm looking for,
stencil.
the stencils and the correct paint and like type of brush. And before we opened, sat and did all of the stenciling in here and in there as well.
None of that surprises me.
No, right? Attention to detail.
The really, really sweet thing about it is the photos that we have of the site show these sort of hanging on pegboards or being used around the site. So the numbering is just taken directly from those photos. They're highly authentic. And yeah, right down to the 3D printed, handcrafted battery pack that lives inside it without wrecking the original. So there we go.
Unbelievable.
Nifty. There you go. Well,
Been ordered, Chris.
I want to see more of Mr. Warden.
How did you get to? Yeah.
Well, I think the warden is magically transported off to another part of the site. So I've got to go and find him again now. He does this. He transports forward and backward in time, telling the story of the
Is it a
site.
Prodigy song that talks about something about another dimension?
He probably is, but let's not get a copyright strike.
Oh, sorry. Yeah,
Sorry, I pushed over it.
All right, let's head off into the main sleeping shelters now.
Very cool.
we do. I like that. I've got a ticket.
Okay, Siddy, so come into Hardy, which you'll remember. We're going to switch the lights on. And so if you come in.
It's actually making me like...
Nostalgic.
Well, it's giving me like a sense, like a warm sense of a homecoming with that music.
Somewhat familiar music, isn't it? So yeah, we use this really just to set the scene, give people an
Could have
impression
gotten a
of the
bigger
size.
TV, to be honest.
Literally fits through the door with half a centimetre to spare.
That is the biggest TV I think I've ever seen.
Well, as we know, it's quite a walk down, isn't it?
Did you walk it down?
Shall we?
Yeah.
All right, go on then.
Oh, I
lead
think
on.
Siddy's saying, did you walk the TV down?
Oh, I see. No.
Not down the stairs.
That just fitted in the lift, thankfully.
That's so good. Yeah, let's walk down.
All right. Okay then. You know the way, so lead on.
Let's go.
It just feels so much more atmospheric with this type of lighting as well.
The lighting has made a real difference. It just kind of puts you back into the
Nice warm
1940s.
glow.
Yeah, it's so much better than the strip lighting that was here before.
Now, can I ask, obviously, we've had a few runs of this, and now you can bring kids here too, because you can bring down to 10
Correct.
groups of families. So this is something perfect, I would have thought, for kids and to come and experience.
That's the most exciting thing about it, is lots of the young people that come kind of disinhibit the adults as well, because they're leaning into it a little bit more. Yeah. They find the the shelter ticket, really cool to take away as a little memento. So it's really, really nice.
They ask a lot of questions as well,
Yeah.
and very good questions. And I think sometimes that kind of, it's maybe some of the questions that the adults might want to ask, but don't for whatever reason. Whereas I feel like the kind of slightly younger audience are just hungry for that knowledge and just have less inhibition about asking, a question. That's quite fun.
The really nice thing, of course, is that children at that age, they've recently done the Blitz at Key Stage 2 anyway, so they may actually have kind of more fresh thoughts and questions and relevance than most of the adults in the group. So, it's particularly sweet.
It's nice, we get them involved, which is really nice as well. So.
Yeah, the interaction is a key element, isn't it? Just kind of elevates the experience.
The other thing as well is the soundscape that we have created in these spaces. So it isn't just the Blitz that people live through. There was later, of course, V1 and V2 attacks. And so having audioscapes that really rattle the walls and give you a sense of what that was like to live through, sort of like the horns of Jericho almost as a weapon of war, is a really key part of viscerally experiencing these places.
Yeah, I was going to say sometimes when music plays, it kind of increases your heart rate. You can kind of start to feel like more that you're in the space, and I actually think that probably happens as well.
Yeah.
So you made a big thing of the sound. Can we actually hear it?
Go on then. So
Why not?
that's the magic button. Gets you right there, isn't it?
Oh gosh.
So this is a V1 flying bomb, and that gap is the sound when the engine's cut out. It's now gliding,
And then it drops.
and then you wonder if it's your house.
It's horrific, isn't it?
Now, you're only going to get the slightest sense of it over the microphones. You have to be here to really feel it.
Yeah, it puts it into context how much of a haven this was for people.
That's anti-aircraft fire trying to shoot it down, but thankfully it has passed a long way over us. As you can hear, it's now off in the distance, so you'd be a little bit more relieved if that was for real, but somebody else is getting it further away.
It's quite tense, and it does feel, you kind of get that sense of
I don't know about
anticipation.
you, but I think it's time to hit the all clear and
I'm
get ourselves out of that one.
I'm happy with that.
That's better. Okay, do you want to lead us on down into the... We found a Warden again.
Good to see you again. Come on in, come on in. Welcome to Ley. Now this is where we will have people sheltering overnight. Now, come closer, I don't bite. He might, but I won't. Now, this, as I say, is where you'd have up to 500 people overnight. Now, remember when you came in, I gave you a ticket. That wasn't just your entry. That was also to figure out where you're bunking tonight. So if you look on there, you see a letter followed by a number. So you see L, that's for lay. Again, that's where we are at the moment. And can you see a number on there as well?
Yeah, 302.
302.
I think we're all bunked in here together.
Yeah, I'm 301.
So
There we go.
this is where we had to do a bunch of research. You see how these bunks have all got L for shelter lay on it, and they've got numbers that have been chalked on. Well, originally they had stenciled numbers which had all been covered over. Do you remember when we were coming down here and looking for those? And I had the joy of working through here trying to work out what the actual run of bunks numbers were, and we've put replicas back on them so you can find who's got, who was it who had 302?
Me.
All right, Siddy, that's yours.
301.
301, so that would be the top bunk, but these are all set in their
I'll sit with Sid.
seating arrangement version. What's yours?
Mine's 274, so I'm further down.
Oh, okay, you can.
But I'm just
Do
gonna
you want to
break
come
it.
with it? Come a gate crash. Mine's 300, which is this block as well. So there we go.
You have to go in the bottom one.
Come on, Chris.
So, well, yeah, I'll tell you what. I'll leave this. I'll leave this camera here, and I'll come in. So, this was quite a big deal getting these done because all these bunks were modified. Do you remember they were all like still in their archive, welded together. And Martin's done a cracking job of cutting these down. I had these fire-treated replica bases made for them as well, which are the original kind of wooden bench seat, if you like. They're about as comfortable as you'd expect, wouldn't you?
I was just needing a little bit of a sit down as well, I can't lie.
Welcome sit down, but
Yeah.
not really comfortable if you were here for a long time.
True.
I mean, I'm fairly tall and I'm
Legs are swinging.
Yeah, me too. It's it's a bit high, but that is the right height. Yeah. They because of course somebody's got to get underneath in those bunks, and then there would have been somebody on here. So not a huge amount of room.
Oh, jeez.
But it's only once we actually cut them down and assembled them as they would have been that it's like, oh wow, they really were close together. Of course, you had to bring your own bedding. So if you didn't, then you're sleeping on that. But I guess you had a little bit more room between you and the person above.
I mean, beats maybe the hard concrete floor of a platform.
Oh yeah, I mean all those photos of shelterers sleeping on escalators at Piccadilly Circus and places like that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it certainly beats that. Yeah. And nothing was touching you down
just like
there.
a park bench, really.
Yeah, but a park bench where none of the weapons in the Second World War would have touched you. Yeah. So pretty good.
It's really cool.
So I know we don't actually get a cup of tea on the tour, as nice as that would be, but there would have been somewhere you could get a little brew.
There would. What an excellent segue, Laura Helpman.
I thought so too. Not that my brain's gone to food or drink again at all.
Should we rise ourselves out of the comfort and go and see the canteen then?
Should we do it?
Yep, let's do it.
Cool.
Go on, you first.
Thank you.
So this used to be a canteen, but they were all stripped out. All 8 of the canteens were stripped out. So we decided it was time to put one back.
Ooh. Very cool.
You like?
Looks so good.
And this really does put you right back to how it would have been. So it's really, you can imagine people serving food, although this food isn't that edible, is it, Chris?
Well, no. Somebody appears to have made a jam tart sandwich. I'm down for that, actually. I'd give that a go.
I've seen that. There we go.
Raspberry tart.
I quite... Look at these. It's fun.
So I'm sure I've had worse out of a train buffet. But yeah, this was a really nice thing to put together. Getting the countertop right was quite a tricky one.
A mission.
I remember that.
There's no drawings that survive. So
You're just going off photos.
yeah, so it was literally getting people of about average height to stand in like Laura's doing now.
I'll take average height. I'll take that.
And myself.
You're taller than me.
To stand in and work out the angles, because you can see the front of the counters sloped, and having one person on that side with the arm's reach, which you see in the photo, and somebody leaning, as a lady in one of the photos leaning on the counter. That was how we worked it out based on standard imperial measures.
But you enjoy a challenge.
Oh, it's
you
great fun.
enjoy a project. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how proud of you are you of this?
It was super satisfying
See?
to do it.
All worth it.
The team that did the work of actually building it, chef's kiss to what they achieved here. And it's also the place that we use for some of our props. So our wardens have their uniforms kept here as well in normal run of things. So all the shelves carefully
Ooh, I wanna see the
stenciled
shelves.
up.
I feel like, Aaron, you found your spot there. I feel
I
like
feel
you
really
sink,
comfortable
you
here.
sink behind the counter quite well.
Thanks. Yeah, no, I feel really comfortable.
I'd grab a cup of tea and a jam tart off you.
There we go. Well,
One of the things that was really fun was mixing authentic things which you see in the original photos, like little details, like when the photos were taken, it was in the early spring, and so there's a little posy of snowdrops on the countertop. Some things are just replicas, but then other things are authentic artifacts. The trays under there, authentic artifacts. So yeah, it was really nice to recreate this space, something which has gone forever at all of the deep shelters. This is the only one now that has a canteen in it.
And fake bread.
And fake bread, that's the important thing.
My children are 12 and 14 and love this space. Absolutely love it. I just, yeah.
but the adults, whenever they're in here, they have a.
To be fair, it's like big kids kind of
Yeah,
like
yeah.
moment as well, isn't it?
People do want to just naturally kind of touch it.
Yeah, that's me. That is
Yeah,
definitely
yeah.
me.
I mean, I want to touch
Yeah,
it.
yeah, just
And
wanna
also, it
feel
kind of
it.
looks a bit like French toast, and I'm like,
Eggy bread.
I think we've come in here
Yeah.
and we're all really hungry, so this
Yes.
is probably not the best of time.
The bit that really helps to sell it is the sound.
oh, I like that. That's such a big difference,
It
actually.
makes such a difference when people come in because it kind of sets them,
Yeah.
the smell, the sound, it all adds together.
Because also, this was always a slightly like rushed stop for me delivering this tour, because it was sort of like you'd land the point and then you'd have to move on from the wartime, and so you could never really viscerally get people here.
Yeah.
You were really asking people to imagine
Use their
from the
imagination,
photos
yeah.
what the
Then
space looked
visualise
like.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas this just does it for you, and it just like it totally changes it.
Totally imagine getting yourself a sausage roll
I
and
mean-
being very glad.
Could this be a
Talking about food now.
maybe a speakeasy? No, of course not. But you know.
Now, of course, one of the parts of the tour which goes hand in hand with this, this is the input,
We often need a wee after a cup of tea.
but there is the output. Yeah.
So true.
Often hear of like National Trust cafes being referred to as a tea and a wee stop, don't you? One of the things which people tend to find most fascinating on Hidden London tours is the reality of how did you deal with the toilets when you were this far below ground. Now, we don't disappoint on that one. We do have a particularly visceral way of demonstrating that, but I feel that's best draw a veil
We get a lot
for
of
this
feedback,
show.
don't we?
If you want to see how people handled ones and twos when they were down here, well, I'm going to go and show you that now, but it's not personally, but
Oh, thanks, Chris.
It actually sound like that.
This is now an X-rated program.
That's just wrong.
Whew.
Now do the footage for the.
Hold your breath, everyone.
Outrageous.
So what do you think of that, Sits?
Oh, there's too many jokes I could make right now, but that has truly like made the experience so much.
My cheeks I qualify my facial cheeks.
Well,
It's a good laugh,
I'm
isn't
sure you feel 10 pounds lighter.
I think it's one of those things that it's quite funny to think about, but if you'd had to actually...
I'm
live
actually
it-
crying.
You are both
I'm
crying with
actually
laughter.
crying.
That is how much
This-
that toilet area affects these two.
No, but it's always been like one of our, I'm sorry, I'm literally crying. It's always been our favourite story and joke to tell. And, you know, as a guide, you always want something to really hook your audience in. And toilets tend to be something that people just universally find funny and
Bizarrely interesting, yeah.
interesting.
Great leveler.
And
Yeah.
really, really emphasising the point has made me giggle more than I have in weeks.
I think, Aaron, you've just hit the mark there with that phrase, the great leveller, because that was the
Everybody
the term,
got a
that was the term that Margaret Barford used about the site, that it was a great leveller. Margaret was a lovely lady we had the privilege of recording an oral history interview with, and sadly recently passed away. But it was her who gave us our first insight into what the toilets were like.
Yes.
Horrific. They stank, and you only use them if you have to. Was I
Yeah.
think a summary of
First-hand lived-in experience, yeah.
Yeah.
Bit
Also,
like Chris's bathroom.
Thank you.
just you know, a quick thought there. Not only, you know, thousands of people using the same toilets and the poor wardens having to slop them out. The diet of people in those days was not ideal, and
Potato and carrot
you were
based.
on rations. And I don't know how much water people were drinking, but maybe not a lot. So just think of that for a minute.
Or maybe not.
On that thought.
So, should we
Clearly,
move
I've been
on?
way too involved in bowel movements over the last year with the child.
Let's go and see the Warden
All right,
again.
yeah, let's do that.
In its more usual environment. Hello, Warden.
Hello everyone. Welcome into the superintendent's office. You've just missed him, but he said it was okay to show you around, and we can look at some of the items we've got here in the office as far as the latest technology goes. Now, first of all, we'll go with something quite basic. This is always quite fun. I'm used to rattling one of those down the arsenal, but it's a little bit different down here. Over here, though, we talked about the latest technology, a brand new telephone communication system. 3 different systems down here. One connects up with the other shelters here in London. The second one connects up with London Transport. After all, they are in charge of these facilities, so it's nice to keep them up to date with what's going on. And the other one just communicates within the shelter itself. Now, if you look on my body, you can see this beautiful, snazzy uniform over here. And if you look over this side, you can see what my colleagues will be wearing as well. You can see CV there for civil defence, and as you can see on my badge here, new tube shelters as well. And talking of the latest technology, who knows what we've got over here?
Well, I bought it, so.
What we've got here is our record player. And I know what you're thinking, oh right, so all the higher ups go and sneak away into the office and have a little bit of a boogie on their own. No, that's not the case. We actually play these records for the shelterers down here. We play them over our speaker system, and it lifts the spirits every now and then. Not only that, we do bring entertainers down here, including magicians and clowns. Some of them vary in quality, but it's the thought that counts, right? It keeps the little nippers happy. Now, I've got to run off to some important business, so hopefully I'll catch up with you later on.
Very cool.
Love it.
So there's all sorts of paraphernalia down here, which has been very carefully put together, largely by me, but also by others over the last 10 years to replicate really what we see in the photos around us. And even the uniform that we can see Scott wearing there is either authentic, original material or very carefully created replica. The suits, miraculously, you can still buy those overall suits, and then really it's just a question of finding the correct buttons and parts to turn them into the uniforms that you see there.
It's very fun.
So, Siddy, how are you finding it so far?
It's really good. I mean, I've always loved this site, but this has elevated it, I think, to a totally different level. It feels like it did back, well, I mean, as I'd always imagined it.
I feel like the Warden and the storytelling really brings it up a level as well. And you know what I'm like with kind of how it makes you feel and kind of, you know, that real sensory kind of thing. So Margaret for me is key. Is there any more of that in the tour?
Yes, funnily enough, it's how we finish the tour because Margaret's so pivotal to our understanding of this place that it's only fair that she helps us round it out.
Yeah, I wish I'd have been there when you guys interviewed her as well. It must have been a really lovely experience.
It was quite special, wasn't it?
It was really amazing. It was now 8 years ago now.
Really?
Yeah.
Crumbs.
So,
Let's go.
on that note, let's head. So it's just a lot clearer and cleaner as well, isn't it, Laura?
The tour?
Yeah.
But you must be like literally cleaner. But this is obviously, when you first saw the site, you had like grand ideas for it. And it was so hard to begin with because it was so derelict and the space didn't lend itself well to anything above what we could do to begin with. So you must feel pretty proud now. I know it's been a team effort, but it came out of here.
Exactly right. There was a lot of potential with this site, and I could see it the very first time I visited it when it was an absolute mess and fully derelict. So it's been great to be the part of that team to actually realise it and see that vision come good. So here we are, city.
Whee!
It's now the properly lit, properly repainted.
Looks very good.
You can see all the way back up to where the station connection was. Looks the part, doesn't it? It
does.
almost exactly what you see in the Pathé newsreel.
Yeah. Looks incredible. Well done, guys.
Okay, well, let's head up.
Getting some steps in today.
Yeah.
Well, we've got to do the steps at the end, haven't we?
Don't.
179.
179.
What's that? Oh, yeah.
The stairs.
Ooh, this is all new.
So we're coming to the end of the tour, and you'll know the space and you'll know what we used to do, but now we've brought in some of the stories of how the shelters are used today, what they're used for across the 8 different shelters, but also we introduce some oral history as well. We were talking about Margaret Barford. So this is from 2018 when you met her down here, and so we've got a lovely picture of her on the end of the tour. And we've got the Warden coming in as well.
That's Margaret. She was only 8 when I last saw her.
This was the oral history that you and I recorded with Margaret all those years ago before we brought her and her family back here. So, shall we?
Yeah.
Way to spend your life. I must be honest, I had a wonderful time. I was an only child. I made friends. We used to rush up and down the alleyways, up the tunnels, if they could find us. We used to have lovely canteens, came down, gave us things we never got upstairs. I don't know where they got them from, but I can remember jam tarts. It's a very clear memory that it wasn't, I can't say it was an unhappy time for me. It was an unsettling time, but as long as I was with my mum and dad, I didn't mind. We had dances, we had entertainment, and quite honestly, I enjoyed it because I thought it was fun. To me, this was normal. And then the next morning, you had to be out by 7. I can remember, everyone tried to keep everybody's spirits up, I think, because everyone's in the same boat. Some people were happier than others and made the best of it that they could. People were all in the same boat down there. It was a great leveller. Whether you were rich, poor, or what you were homeless, really. And people were very kind to each other, much more than they are now. It's funny, isn't it? It takes a war to do that.
Oh.
Isn't that? Yeah.
I remember that. It feels like it was a very brief time ago. Makes you think of obviously what they went through, but also what other people in the world are going through now and how awful it is.
Still
And-
catches me every time.
Yeah, same. I'm like a bit teary
Yeah.
because also she's just passed, so it's a little bit tender.
But I think that's the really magical thing about getting to completely rework the tour at this place is the sense of experience now is so much greater, and I think you come away with that sense of what it was actually like to be down here. That yes, it was grim in places, but also it was an incredible saviour of a place, and there were some laughs and humour along the way too.
And you forget, don't you, that it's not actually that far from central London. Like you jump on the tube and you're here quite quickly. I did nearly miss my stop this morning. I was engrossed in the metro and I nearly whizzed on past.
It's very easy done, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, thanks for coming round with us, and Cindy, lovely to have you back.
I'm so glad to be back, and honestly to be back in what was my second ever Hidden London tour. You guys have done an amazing job. I'm actually kind of sentimental about it. Yeah, it's really beautiful.
Well, you're back now. So yeah. So if you enjoyed that and you want to see some more of it, if you'd like to meet Albert Scott for real and get the full experience down here, visit ltmuseum.co.uk and find ways that he'll work with those there to book tours here and our other excellent sites. If you'd like to like and subscribe down below, please do that now before the film ends. And also, if you'd like to follow us on Instagram at Alex Grundon, Cypher North 6 for me, Sydney Holloway and In London Law, and Aaron_Oliver 85 if you'd like to reach out to us and find us on our DMs. So thanks, that's it for this week, and we'll see you somewhere truly fabulous next time.